Hi folks, in this video we will show you how to assign a driver to a vehicle on the fleet system. So physically you'll have done this on a job form. You are now updating the fleet system with this allocation. As a reminder as well, you do all of your deallocation and allocations before you create your daily report. This way the system captures all the movements before you do the daily report at the end of the day. And it also helps us capture who is on a vehicle for that day given. So in order to add someone, slightly different to how you deallocate, for allocating we want to go into the vehicle event. We'll select our depot. So we want to select the event type. So in this case, it's a driver vehicle swap, but it's actually assigning the vehicle to a driver. Obviously, we've got the workflow for the deallocation. We don't have that for the allocation, so we do it this way. So we then select our vehicle. We will then select the driver. And then click on the green button. So few things to do in the vehicle event itself. So see here, event details is return the vehicle. So what you want to do is hit no swap and then swap. That then brings up that it is assigning the vehicle to the driver. Now again, this would only show in the payment plan if you were doing one there and then, but in this case we won't be. So we capture it in the event note. Each one for the event note, whether it's taking someone out the van, putting them in, or just a spot check. Just keep it nice and simple. We get the name, the registration, and what it is we're actually doing, whether it be a simple spot check, whether it's assigning or unassigning the vehicle. We'll put in the mileage when they go into the vehicle, and also the fuel level. So it's important that we capture the correct fuel level when we assign the driver the vehicle, because when they come out that vehicle further down the line, we will do a comparison on the fuel levels. So if, let's say for example, this driver was given half a fuel tank, they took the vehicle back at a later date with only a quarter, we would record this and we would then look to deduct as necessary the cost of that quarter of a tank. Hence the reason for the importance of making sure that this fuel level is correct at the time. Now it will also be recorded on the drop form with a picture of the fuel tank should be there on the drop form as well. So we'll then go through the same process as previous times. So we'll put in the manager's name, get a quick signature. Once we're happy, we then move on to the inspection side. Again, no repayment plans, we don't require to do one. In this case, we're simply putting someone in the vehicle. So for the workflow, it's exactly the same as deallocation, a vehicle swap. So we go through the tasks again, so the full check, so the 22 items, make sure that every piece of damage is recorded so that when this driver comes out of the vehicle, that they won't get charged for damage that they didn't cause. So again, photos of the damage and driver who had the vehicle. This is relating to the deallocation. Number 4, the new driver has the keychain, and number 5, this is for the allocation, making sure that they sign the drop form and also that they have a keychain for getting allocated the vehicle. Once we're done, again, if you had the iPad, you would take the 6 pictures in these boxes. In this case, we've done it on the drop form. So what we want to do now is just copy that into one of the boxes. So we drag and drop, it uploads, and again, similar to previous times, you can go in, you can see all the details in there. This helps you do a comparison when you take a driver out later on to see if there's any new damage, so you can then do the appropriate actions for it. So you've done the inspection, back into the vehicle event. So the driver should now be assigned to this vehicle. So similar to when you're doing the deallocation, the easiest way to check that is just to go into the vehicle profile on the magnifying glass, and you just check to make sure that the driver is now assigned and that the vehicle status is active. If it's the wrong name in this box, or if it doesn't show, then you get in touch with the fleet team and we will then get that sorted out as soon as possible. So you come up the vehicle profile back in the event, that is it, complete. The driver is now assigned it on the system. You can then move on to your next step. And that's it for assigning a driver to a vehicle.